I've got the job of tidying this corner up. What we're going to do is we're pushing more forward into the diagnostic side of things, which I think is an open area for us, ready to jump in. A lot of the stuff that we do, we send away and it goes off, but then somebody else, say if we need a body control module cloned, we send it away. That takes like 2 days, then they repair it, 2 days to come back, we've lost a week. Not only we have lost a week, the customer has lost a week of having the car. We've also got another car parked in the yard for a week, which is in the way. So we need to speed up the process. So we've bought a new diagnostic tool that is going to be able to clone ECUs, BCMs, etc. Virginalise ECUs. So if you have an ECU problem, if we've got one on the shelf, we can virginalise it, put it on your car, and then Bob's your uncle, away you go, and make things a lot more smoother, quicker, better process for both the customer and ourselves. So this morning I've got to clear all this area up. Bit of a task, but I'm going to get on with it, and then it's going to be a separate room for the electronics.
The only trouble is, Greg hasn't run this idea past Sarah yet, and he's not sure how she's going to react.
The thing is, I can't let no one else do it either, because it won't turn out to the way that I want it to be.
Sarah has arrived, and Greg's apprehensive to what she is going to say.
What the hell are you doing? Where have you got a head torch on? Who do you think you are?
I've got plans.
I get that, but why are you wearing a head torch?
Do you want me to talk you through it?
Go on. Why is it a sock?
I don't know that bit. But
But you haven't even got socks on. No, you can't find your socks, Greg. You're a player.
this is what I'm going to do.
Go on.
I'm going to come across here. So I'm going to take this out, that out. I took all that out. That shelving's going to stay. That's going. I'm going to put a wall straight across here.
Means I can have a toast like there, really.
Maybe.
No, it's going to go in. Go on.
It's not going in there.
It is.
It's not. If anything, it would be going in there.
Not really.
Anyway, never mind that. This is
Just put me back down.
this is my idea. So I'm going to put.
Why have I got more boxes of
Oh.
combinations in my office, which I've just cleaned out?
Can you let me speak?
Yeah, but you've shoved a load of boxes down there.
I'm just moving stuff around here. Okay? Wall across here, straight across, off this door there. Solid wall, door here, opening inwards. Bosh. Yeah? Inside here, I'm going to have a workbench going across there. Yeah? And then down there, back to the wall. So I've got 2 separate workbenches. My computer out of there is going to go in here, over this corner, my main computer. Yeah? So that will free up some space for you.
Oh, lovely, I've got. Oh, that's my big desk now.
So you can have a bigger desk, okay? So then I'm going to have all my electronic stuff down there, soldering, microscope, whatever else, all that carry on, so we can do all circuit boards cloning, everything else. And it's going to be nice and tidy. I've got some paint, a tin of paint there. I can paint all the floor inside, sweep it out, paint it all out, grey. So it'll be all nice. Yeah? What are you thinking so far?
I'm just wondering why you still got that headlamp on your head.
With Greg telling Sarah the advantage of her gaining more office space. He may just about get away with it this time.
Why do I need a door? Why do I need a door at all?
Why do I need a door? Sourdough! Number 2!
Thank you. You see, I think Sarah's come to a bit of a more of a agreement about the room. So now she's seen the finished project. It's not quite finished yet, but she can actually see. Sarah, are you there?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Good.
So this one is for the software to tune the bath.
Yeah.
That one is the software for, that one's for the mapping, for this,
Yeah.
for the case 3. Then, obviously we've got the top down, we've got the hotel, we've got the King Bowling over here, we've got all the VCMs and everything lined up there, ECUs, airbag modules, blue and main modules, clocks down the bottom. So we're going to, obviously we can build up stock of what we need of that as and when we get it.
Yeah.
I might put my big computer in the corner here.
Now, I'm just thinking, you want stools, yeah?
2 stools.
How are you going to get stools? Because you're going to be sitting up here. You need 2 chairs. A stool is not going to be any good there.
We'll have to try a stool out and see the height.
Get a stool then. It really could have come. But,
I think this will be alright, you know.
Oh, right, okay.
That's perfect.
Oh, well, you can use.
Oh, fuck my neck. Just whack my neck.
Now that Sarah can see progression with Greg's idea, she's quietly impressed.
Enter.
Something's comfy, yeah?
Oh, nice. That's what we're after. Let's have a look at it.
Can't touch it.
Let's get it open quick.
Are you ready?
So I'll have a bite.
We're handy that box.
Now this diag machine is
The creme de la creme.
the whole idea of why we built this diag room. Beautiful.
Oh, look at that.
They could have put it in the right way around though, couldn't they?
Maybe they put that down to protect it more.
Yeah.
Because you never know with delivery drivers, do you?
While Greg's got 5 minutes spare, he's asked Digby to give him a haircut.
Haircut at work.
It's a good job it's my dinner break.
Yeah, you've been on this break for hours, mate. What are we saying then?
I don't know.
You want to start 6 and go lower?
Yeah, I want it short, but yeah, let's try 6.
You sure yet? Because last time I done it, you had a go at me.
Whatever.
You did. Or Sarah did. So my battery don't go.
Oh no, you're telling me. So you've been on holiday anywhere?
Do this every time. No, where are you?
No,
Still-
not this year. Still thinking about Tenerife.
No, mate, yeah, man, I want to go.
Yeah. You've been busy?
Nah, not well, a little bit. Not overly.
I'm on the first of the day.
Yeah.
So at half 2.
Yeah.
You just started, mate.
The next morning, the yard is looking like a car park, and Greg needs to work out where to park them so they can get in and out of the workshop with today's jobs.
This one we sold. That's being collected tomorrow. That one there, we've got to get the injectors out this morning. We soaked them last night. So fingers crossed they come out straight away. Then that'll be out the way. We're still waiting for a module for this X, which is a bit annoying because it's been hanging around for 2 weeks now. And we haven't got to the bottom of it. The Focus that is on the ramp is having a head gasket done. That's just going back together now. And the quarter here, that is the one that we had an issue with before we sold it. Well, we sold it, but it hasn't gone anywhere. We was just road testing it and just prepping it, and we realised that there was an issue. So we said, look, we can't let you have it until we've done it because we want it right. But we haven't been able to get it in because the workshop's too bloody busy. That's the problem. We've only got 2 ramps. One of them's held up with an engine that we're waiting for, and then the other one's for daily work. So you're limited for space, and the yard is always just rammed.
Greg's been ordering more equipment for the diagnostic room, and Sarah is taking it quite well. So far.
What have we got?
Bloody microscope. Digital microscope.
Yeah.
It's for all your eyes.
I'll just walk around with it.
Like,
Nice.
what's this for?
It's for circuit boards. You can set that up for me.
Who's that then? Tom.
Tom Love. I have to have a read through the instructions.
What do you do?
Well, basically, you put your circuit board on the platform and then it it enhances it and shows it on the screen so you know where to solder.
Do you need this?
100%.
Do you?
With my eyes, I'll be soldering something on the wall. That room is almost complete then. Once we've got the registration set up, we're away, and then we can do our first ECU and BCM clones.
Ah, that box will come in handy. Try that.
After the Blue and Me.
Try that. Try that. And I'll take that.
That's a perfect Blue and Me box, isn't it?
Try that. You want me to set it up, don't you?
Greg and Martin have been waiting for a delivery of a replacement engine for a car, and it's just arrived.
You know, it's always a worry when you're putting a car back together and you've took like 500 parts off it. And it's always in the back of your mind, you've had the cylinder head pressure tested, you've got a new head gasket on there, it's all been skimmed, you followed it by the book completely, but there's always that small chance that there could be something wrong with the block. But thankfully in this case, we've got it right first time.
Martin's finished the head gasket on the Ford Focus, and Greg is clearing the codes in the engine control module before calling the customer and telling him it's ready. The next morning, Greg has to drop some gearboxes off for refurbishment.
I've had to get up early this morning and take these gearboxes over. It's got to be done. It's in a place where I can't take it or take them in the week because you just get stuck in traffic, you know. We're going to be standing there in traffic, probably take an hour and a half to get there, when I can nip over Saturday morning and half an hour and I've dropped them off and I'm back again. Luckily, the lad who rebuilds the gearboxes gives me sort of 24-hour access to drop these off, so I can just get up, get them done.
Every time they fit a new reconditioned gearbox and clutch into a Fiat 500, the job is worth around £1,000, so it's paramount that he has them available at all times.
Well, we've got a bit to do today. Martin's going to come in and finish his head gasket off. This has got to be dropped back to a customer today. I think we're dropping it back unless they're picking it up, I'm not sure. But they wanted it yesterday, but it wasn't quite finished because we had a hectic day on. But sometimes you get these days and you can't, it's out of your control. You've just got to carry on, do what you can, try not to upset the customers, hope they're understanding enough, and get it to them in good time. You see, you haven't got a business if you haven't got your customers, and always put customers first. People say, like, you know, if it's your business, you can do what you want. You can't do what you want. You're actually working for your customer. So you're not just, if you're employed, you're working for your boss. If you work for yourself, you're working for your customer. We've also got two handovers today. We've got the Lupo, which I keep calling a Polo. We've got the Lupo that's got to go out, and we've got the Fiat 500 automatic that's got to go out. Bit of peace of mind with the automatic one because we put a new sales speed unit on. So it's always a worry when you send the automatic Fiat 500s because the gearboxes are like chocolate in a teapot. So, but we have put a new one on, so fingers crossed that's going to be good for them. And the Lupo, full service history, it's an older, but it's a full service history one, and you can't get your breath with it, to be honest. It's for the age, it's absolutely mint. So someone's going to enjoy that, and I think they're going to use it for a little bit and then put it away, because I think it's 2 owners from now, 41,000 miles, full VW service history. I was thinking about putting it somewhere myself and keeping it, but you can't keep everything, can you? So I'll probably regret that in like 10-15 years time, but it's the name of the game.
Sarah's arrived early this morning, and she's brought the lads some bacon sandwiches.
We've just put all this back together, and we've just played it up. I always worry though that, you know, I'm a worrier naturally anyway. But I've just got to make sure that everything is okay. Everyone's gone home, like it's and I'm just staying over a little bit longer before I drop the car back to him, just to make sure that I'm happy 100%. The fan's kicked in about 8 times now, so I'm happy with that. Just keeping an eye on the coolant level in the bottle, and yeah, and then drop this back, and I can rest easy tonight.
So as another week draws to an end, Greg locks everything up, goes home for a rest until it all starts over on Monday. Find out what happens next week at Valley Autos on YouTube. Next Sunday at 5 p.m.